Left behind, shoot him. Shoot him down. And then back to him. Stop him like that. Watch two kill for music. Watch two kill. So you ready? Let's hit gun.
Welcome everybody to the Fox 3 Phoenix channel. If you have good eyes, you will see we are in something new. Today our office space is a Mirage F1. And those are Mirage F1's two-seat variants right next to me. Beautiful looking plane. And today we're going to learn how to start it up and fly it. So first step we want to do is a personal step, and I just take this radar cover off. I'm not a fan of it. I think that it just gets in the way. So next thing I want to do is just verify our parking brake is in place, and it is. And from there we're going to go flip on the battery power, which is right here. Alright, now we have battery power. Let's go turn our warn horn on. See this thing? It makes this annoying noise, so we quickly press this button and things get a little bit better. So this is a very complicated plane, I will say. In my opinion, everything is not well laid out. You kind of have to bounce left and right, but it does look really cool. So the next thing I like to do is get our lights turned on, because it's a very dark cockpit. And yes, I realize it's daytime out, so we don't really need to do this, but it's just kind of a habit. There we go. So it's a little bit brighter here. And then from there, we're going to lower our canopy, which I have mapped to our HOTAS. And then let's seal that thing. From there, we're going to hit this main cock guard switch. Oops, I pushed it down, so okay, that's fine. Basically, you wanted to put this thing into the on position, and then you can put that thing down on top of it, and it should be good to go. From there, we're going to put our left-hand fuel pump on, then our right-hand fuel pump, and then let's put our igniter on. You can go left or right, doesn't really matter. I just go left because, yeah. And then we're going to pop our engine start button cover. Now the next set of events is a little bit tricky. It's not really tricky, but just a little bit. You're going to pop this cover, and we're going to hit the start button, and then you can see our throttle right now is in the totally cut off position. So what I'm going to do is move the throttle after the RPMs get to 300, this is our RPMs right here, into the idle position, and that should start the engine up. So try and make that happen quickly for you so you can see it. Looking for the RPMs to come up. There they go. Alright, now throttle's in idle, and the engine should come up. There it goes, it's coming. Alright, it's coming back down to idle at about 3,000 almost RPMs, as you can see. You'll want to make sure your high lift button here is in normal, which it starts out there from what I've seen, but just in case you messed with that and you need to reset it for whatever reason. And then we're going to make sure our combat flaps are up. And that is, for me, I have that mapped to my HOTAS, but that's right here. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, I'm not being able to show it to you. Point is, I can show you they're up by hitting F2, and you can look at my Mirage. They're all up. If I wanted them to be down, they would be like this. However, we're keeping them up. Okay. Now, next thing we got to do is turn on our UHF radio, which is right here. Put put it on marche, which is, I believe, French for on. Do not, I am not French, so if I screwed that up, I apologize. Then we got the UHF VHF radio. And we turn that one to PAL, I mean, sorry, PAL. And then we're going to go over here. We switch that switch to the 5-watt selector. And then the next one we're going to need to do is our inverter reset, where we pull it down and then it automatically comes back up. So I pushed it down and now it's gone back up. So we're good there. Then you hit this servo button. Alright, the servos are reset. And then let's go make sure our trim is neutral, which if you look right here, these are our 3 trim settings. And right now it looks like we're a little bit low on pitch, so let's bring it up. Okay, looking good there. Hydraulic pressure is a little over 20, which is perfect. And let's see, let's go to the next step on the whole entire list. Now we need to go to IFF master to standby. Oops, that's not it. It is. Oh wait, this is the master selector, that's right. Sorry, I'm sitting there thinking, where is it? Whoop. There, now it's on standby. And then we'll go to our HSI selector, and we need to go from mode AR, as you can see right there, to TE. I don't know if this zoom feature's working. No, it's not. That's okay. I'll just use my head. Anyway, let's go turn our backup ADI on, which is right here. From there, we're going to turn our electro pump on, probe heater switch on, and I think that's, oh, and our RWR, that's the other one we want, which is right here. Okay, the RWR is on. So let's turn on our HUD as well. You can see right now it's off. There's nothing in front of us. But after we hit this button. Oh wow, we have a heads-up display. That's pretty cool. It's actually a very nice heads-up display. I'm looking forward to using that. The best one I have so far is on the Vigan, and I have a feeling that this one's better. So let's turn our radar to standby. There it is. Now it's on standby. You hit one more time forward and it goes into the on position. And so that'll be something we do in a little bit. From here we're going to do the heading and vertical reference system. Putting that on to GM, excuse me. And then let's turn this switch on to marche. So our emergency gyromagnetic. It's the emergency gyromagnetic thing. Anyway, TACAN, let's turn it to receive. Whoops. Come on, not there. There we go, now it's on receive. Dial it back to 0. Then let's turn our, see, it'll be our VOR switch next. Oh, alright, this is our VOR ILS selector. Let's turn it to TACAN. There we go. And then, let's see, our VOR is on. Let's turn our air conditioning on. Not that we really care about that, but you know. And then let's uncage this guy. It's uncaged. And then let's center the backup ADI. Come on. Right there. Alright. So at this point, we are ready to go. So let's put our emergency brake in, give it a little throttle, and make sure that our plane's brakes are working. Looks like they're working just fine. So let's go taxi to the runway and see what happens. Now, one of the things that you should know about this airplane is, while it is very easy to taxi, it does have a tendency to flip over. It does have a nose steering button, which I found you need sometimes, but also it just, you know, it kind of functions pretty well without it, using just the rudder pedals. Okay, we jumped because I like the view of this time better. I think it looks really cool at you know, the Dawn, I think is what this is. And so I just thought it looked cooler than it would have if it was just the generic caucus map. So let's use this takeoff. Full brakes, and then let's hit afterburners. Alright, afterburners are engaged. Flaps were at takeoff settings. Got to be very careful not to steer too much until this plane starts really moving, because it has a tendency to wobble. I'm barely steering it to the left right now. And then we get to 150 miles per hour and I begin pulling back on the stick. Here we go. And there she goes. Gear up. Gear is being put up. Let's get our flaps into full flight procedure, or flight levels. Completely up, basically. As you can see, we are airborne. Let's see what she can do. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Alright, let's bring it around. Dip them to 250 miles an hour. Bring her down here. There's our runway. Gotta be careful not to pull too hard. Once she gets going real fast, she'll rip her own wings off, just like the F5 and the Biggin will. Well, I mean, look how fast we're going. Almost going 600 miles an hour on the deck after one simple little climb and then going back down. And here we go again. Let's pull up and see what she'll do. It's a hell of a roll rate, and I love my HUD display. It's awesome. Going up 14,000 feet. Jeez, she's climbing. 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's bring it down. See the star up there. There's the moon. Ooh, wow. Alright, I'd go back down again, but I have a feeling we're going to rip the wings off because this plane goes so freaking fast. Let's go see what kind of high Mach number we can get. Keep in mind, we do have sidewinders equipped, so this plane won't go as fast as it potentially could. Let's get our trim figured out. As you can see there. So you can see we're at Mach 0.8 right now, 22,000 feet. .9. Let's get up a little higher and see if we can get an even better Mach number. But I'll wait till we hit Mach 1 and then we'll pull. Alright, there's Mach 1. See what she'll do. Got those vapors coming off the wing. Alright, now we're getting pretty slow. We're at 34,000 feet. Let's head slightly to the left here. I don't want to be flying right into the sun. Let's get our speed back so we quit having our angle of attack be so poor. You can see right there, it's at 9 degrees and falling because our speed's picking up. That little beeping was our angle of attack saying, hey, you're doing too much. Which it is true, especially if you're in a rate fight, that's what you want to do. When you're not, you know, it is what it is. And oh, by the way, this cone, when I reset this map to take off with these lighting settings, it won't let me remove the cover for the radar, so it is what it is, but it's all good. You can still see it. It's a pretty cool little radar. It'll have ranges up to 60 kilometers, or 60 miles, excuse me, and it can lock targets up to 35 miles, which is better than anything we've flown on this channel radar-wise. The Viggens radar might be just as good, but it's an air-to-ground radar, whereas this is air-to-air. Well, it has multiple modes anyway, but you can do air-to-air, which I'm excited to do. And we have Fox 1 capabilities, although no missiles are loaded up today, but there will be some in the future, obviously. Alright, so we're already over Mach 1. Sitting at 33,000 feet. Let's just see what she'll do. Then we're going to go do some maneuvers and bring her in for landing. Got plenty of fuel. We'll go down till we get to probably the 3,000 pounds, and we'll see how that goes. This plane does have compressor problems with its engine. It's pretty common in Gen 3. It's an older plane. Came out in '72, I believe, is when it entered service. Which means it has compressor problems, which means it has limits. And we're gonna try and find some of them. We'll see. So far we're at Mach 1.3 and climbing. She's a Mach 2 capable airplane, so I don't think we'll hit Mach 2 today just because you got to have clean configuration and perfect altitude and just sit there and wait, and we're not going to do that. You don't want those. The sidewinders don't really take too much up, but, you know, just a little bit. Try and get Mach 1.5. Maybe do it in a dive here. .6, 1.7, 1.8. Oh. Okay, she's unhappy. Let's calm down, calm down. Alright, we got 1.8, that's pretty good. Okay, sorry about that, guys. After we hit Mach 1.8, she flamed out and flamed out for good. So, I want to show you how we land this thing properly, as in not in a field. Which is what I had to do last time. I did make it, but we were in a field, which that's not how you demonstrate how to land properly. So this plane is very tricky to land. I've watched lots of other guys on YouTube like Bullet for my enemy, and basically Grim Reapers. They all say the same thing. This plane is tricky to land. So we're coming down. Flaps are in takeoff. Let's get them to landing. So that way. Okay, there we go. Give it a little power now because we got a lot of drag. Alright, let's see what we do. Let's give it a little more power. And then we have a drag chute on this, which I'm excited to use. Alright. Alright, the drag chute's out. Don't roll. Come on, girl, stay straight. Put the brakes on a little bit. Okay. No, don't start rolling on me. Alright. Okay. Alright, she's starting to roll. You can see she wants to roll so badly. Let's cut our chute. Get rid of it. Should be clear now. Yep, there it is. And that's it, guys. That's how you start up and fly the Mirage F1. If you guys wouldn't mind, please clicking that like and subscribe button. I'd very much appreciate it. We're going to start doing some fun challenges and some dogfighting in this thing because we are now adding it to the repertoire of planes on the Fox 3 Phoenix channel. So anyway, I'm your host, Govinator. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later. And yes, that's how we get out. Uh-oh, here comes some jet wash. We're tough, though. We're tough. Alright, I'll see you guys.